Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, RICANS. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me the truth, the Spirit, and shalom to the mighty Akim and Akwath out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. And today's topic is going to be entitled, Don't Be Ignorant of Satan's Devices. Alright? So, now, I'm pretty sure most people have heard of predictive programming, which is, well, let's just show it. Predictive programming basically is theory that predictive programming is theory that the government or other higher-ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass mind control tool to make the population more accepting of planned future events. Okay, so basically, predictive programming is like, for example, how the government was saying, be prepared for a zombie apocalypse. Okay, and basically the reason why they're doing that, they're saying that is because they plan on unleashing a zombie apocalypse. That's basically what predictive programming is. But I'm not going to be going into that. What I'm going to be going into is something else. Slakia. I believe it was one brother called it sorcery, because it is technically sorcery, because which what I'm talking about is trying to I think suggestive / influential programming or something like that. I don't think that's its official term, but that's basically what it is. Like trying to get someone to believe something. Like, say for example, perfect example. You as a parent are trying to teach Slakia, you're trying to show your child that smoking is bad and smoking kills and stuff like that. Okay, so you show all this thing. Oh, look, smoking leads to death. Oh, smoking leads to lung cancer, all this stuff. Okay, basically that the way that a parent does that to their child, the government is doing that to the people. All right, and this is a perfect example of that. And basically, the whole charagma in general was, that suggestive programming, which I will now be referring to it for because I don't have the proper term for it. So yeah, suggestive programming, in which that they're trying to get people to say, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. This is very dangerous. Let's be careful. Because the equivalent to that is basically like saying, let's say, for example, I'm telling people, nobody go riding a motorcycle, because motorcycles have the highest fatality rates. Okay, aside from in comparison to cars. Okay, now while that is true, okay, there could be some truth to it, as Esau may give some truth, but he doesn't give the whole truth. But now the issue with the motorcycle thing, which is the parallel to it as an example I'm giving, is that motorcycle accidents rarely ever happen. Okay, so compared to accidents with just cars, motorcycle accidents are very rare, even though yes, they tend to be, when they do happen, they tend to be more fatal. Okay, but as I said before, that whole trying to scare someone into not riding a motorcycle, it's partially negated, or it's just at your own leisure or at your own risk, because motorcycle accidents rarely ever happen. Okay, so in here, okay, in this Twitter trending, whatever it's called, it says, who warns against underestimating the Omicron threat? Okay, so now we have the media trying to push out, oh, you guys, like I said before, everyone, this is a threat. This is a big issue. You can't take it lightly. You can't say it's nothing. Okay, just as people were quote unquote people were taking the initial pandemic not lightly 2 years ago or whatever, or when it started, and then this you don't want to have the same thing happen. That's basically what they're trying to say. So with that in mind, also there's a lot of GMS brothers that did videos on this. I highly recommend looking at them, as it was a lot of what's it called? It actually goes into predictive programming and how I believe it was something from 1995 and how it ties up with this. Then even the name is the same. So yeah, I highly recommend searching up GMS, Omicron, and try to find and learn from that video. But yeah, it says that they don't want people to underestimate them. Okay, being dismissed as the WHO is concerned the Omicron variant is being dismissed as mild, even as it spreads at a faster rate than any previous strand of poison. The variant has been reported in some 77 countries. Okay, so again, like I said, they're trying to hype it up and make it seem very dangerous. Okay. Over here it says, who says it's possible to end the pandemic in 2022? Who says world has who? Slakia, I'm mixing myself up. The WHO says world has tools to end pandemic in 2022. WHO officials say the world has a tool. Okay, where is the thing? Inequity. Where's the? Oh, okay, there it is. What normal might look like according to medical experts. Almost to it's like I don't want to read through the whole thing, but from CNBC. I mean, there's blah blah blah. Bearing. Okay, well, basically, they're saying, if so, okay. When sick, you'll be advised to keep wearing masks and staying home. If the virus does become more seasonal, wearing a mask on public transit and indoors during poison season could become the norm, potentially even in offices, says Sean Truelove, an infectious disease epidemiologist at Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health and member of the Scenario Modeling Hub, a team of researchers who can make poison projections. Okay, so basically they're saying that even after everything's over and done with, we're still gonna have to be wearing masks, even though let me stop. Okay, now another thing I want to go into in addition to that was another how they they also do suggestive programming in other types of media and how they want Jake to be portrayed, because there are a lot of impressionable Jakes, okay, that see a certain thing like Miles Morales, perfect example. Okay, so they say, oh, him, he's a superhero and he does quote unquote good, okay? But the issue is that he's basically more representative of what Esau wants in their society. Esau wants from Jake in his society. Okay, so number one, Miles Morales is a horrible representation of Jake. Okay, and in addition to that, others as well, and not just in the aspect of how they want Jake to act in his society, but there's also, like Boys in the Hood and all these other quote unquote hood movies that are more geared towards showing the evil side of the quote unquote evil side or bad side of Jake, where Jake is killing each other and whatnot, which is another thing that Esau wants Jake to do, kill other Jakes. Okay, and then on top of that, the slave movies, I guess. Like, I don't really think that there's not that many slave movies, but there was like, what was that one movie with that one woman? That was so undescriptive, Slakia. The Asylum or something, Obsidian or something. It was some sort of name word like that, but it was like where this one woman was in a slave. She used to be a CEO or whatever, and then she got kidnapped, and then she was enslaved or whatever. And then there's another there also we have Django and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show this quick video in how Esau sees Jake, basically. All right.
The legend himself, Mark Phillips, man. How are you?
How you doing, man? I wouldn't say legend, but I'm good.
Okay, what you got for me today?
Just a pitch, something I'm real passionate about. I've been writing it for a while.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right, well, the show is called Black Time.
Black Time, okay, love it.
Yeah, it's about a group of friends, black of course, traveling through time. They find a time machine and go on all sorts of adventures, including robots, dinosaurs, aliens.
Slaves, right?
Did I say slaves?
Oh, no.
All right, so yeah, that's basically the first thing, that Esau Edom, thinks of Jake. All right, like, oh yeah, slaves. Like, what's the one thing that Jake always talks about? Okay, slavery and all this stuff like that. As they always want people to just forget about slavery, but they'll never forget about the Holocaust. They won't forget about 9/11, all these other stuff.
No, you didn't, but you said you were going through time. Black people and slaves go hand in hand,
Okay, well, he even said it better than I did.
I wouldn't say, us and slaves.
Oh my God. Salakia.
Slaves go hand in hand. I don't think black people.
Well, you look like you play a mean Django, by the way.
Jamie Foxx, he played a mean Django.
You're right.
He did his part good.
So no slaves?
Nah, bro, no slaves, no Django.
My apologies. Continue.
Nah, it's all good. We're going through time with, like I said, dinosaurs, aliens, robots, things.
As a rap group.
All right, another example. Rap. A lot of rap, shows or portrays Jake as this hard thug, whatever, shooting and robbing and all this stuff like that. Another perfect example.
Nah, nigga, none of us is rapping. We're not rapping.
So you guys aren't going through different time periods performing for different people?
No, we're not doing that. No, we're not rapping. Nobody's saying about no rapping, bro.
Also, I want to point out that these guys, they've always just been, like, surprisingly, they've always been able to put out stuff like this that's like actual facts. Like, they even had the other videos, which I did show in one of my videos before. I always come back to use a video from one of these from them. But it was about the December 21st superpower things that people were talking about. they said a beautiful thing, because when Jake gets, if Jake had gotten powers, or when Jake gets powers, we're coming the same way they treated us during slavery. We're gonna treat them the same way. That Slocky, that was just beautiful. That they said that, not us. Them, who I believe they're not in the truth at all. Yet they said that they had the audacity, they had the gall to say that. Call Allah YAHAWASHI. That's the spirit.
We're not rapping, bro.
So
no slaves, no rapping.
Okay, this is new to me. Okay, continue.
You want to write this? You trying to write this?
No, of course not. This is your pick.
Yeah, the concept of Jake not being something like a coon or just a slave, that's new to him. Not to him, but as he represents Esau, Edom.
Because it seems like you got a group of white writers ready to write this somewhere. Like, what's going on?
This is all you. You're the man. I just want to hear.
Okay, I thought I was. Let me pitch my show then.
Okay.
Black time. We're going through time. Just regular group of people. Adventurous. So we go through time and we got to fight bosses and whatnot. And,
like childhood trauma. Growing up with broken households, no father figures, kind of, white people terrorizing black people.
Bro,
like get
what
out.
the fuck does bosses got to do with childhood
Like get
trauma,
out,
bro?
right? Get out. Great.
No, get out, man. Somebody already. Hey, look, I'm finna get out. Stop talking. Look, no, get out. None of that shit.
Did I say something offensive?
Yeah, you said something offensive. You talking about I look like Django? I'll play good Django, and then you talking about some get out, bro. I'm not right now.
I'm really sorry.
This is black time. This is a good adventure.
Continue.
This
please.
No group of black friends. Good people.
Great people. Okay.
Just going through time, and then we might get split up in different time periods, and we gotta fight together as groups.
But if you get split up, how are you guys gonna remain a sports team?
I just want to point out, because I don't want the whole video to play consecutively, another good example.
Man, who the fuck said something about a sports team?
This sounds just like Remember the Titans and Coach Carter.
How the fuck this shit sound like Remember the Titans?
Are you serious?
How does it sound like Remember the Titans? Tell me which part sound like Remember the Titans.
Isn't it obvious? You're a black group of athletes facing adversity in a different time period, correct?
All right, well, that's basically it. It is, yeah, basically how, that's all those, they basically went through a list of most, if not a lot of the stereotypes. They didn't go through the one that I mentioned prior to the video about how Miles Morales was basically how Esau wants Jake to act. One of the ways that Esau wants Jake to act, because they want us to forget about slavery and then just bend over backwards for them and let them do whatever the hell that they want to us. Okay? And then all the other examples of slavery, sports team, rap group, and all this stuff like that. But so yeah, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So coming to this truth, you need to be able to understand and see all these devices. Okay, what's it called? Primarily, stray away from like rap music. A lot of not rap music in general, but like the rap music that sends the wrong message. Okay, like a perfect example is what's that guy's name? Tekashi 6ix9ine or whatever. That's literally the only one that the only name that I know that confirm reps about the street life or whatever. Like other rappers I know are like Ludacris, Nelly, like old rappers, and then I think that's it. Yeah, I don't really know a lot of rappers off the top of my head, but Lil Wayne and whatnot. But yeah, so they do use them to push that whole that thug life. That's how Jake lives. And in addition to that, there's also pastors. Pastors also are trying to teach Jake about the forgiveness and all the stuff that's not scriptural. Okay. And also to put them more more into poverty. Okay, just taking their money and whatnot. Another aspect is what else did I mention? I mentioned Miles. Sports teams, or not even sports teams, but entertainment in general. Okay, they want Jake to be in the entertainment industry as entertainers. They don't want them to what's it called, rule anything or own anything. All right, that's what happened with Black Wall Street, because it was doing well for Jake. They didn't like that, but they're okay with owning LeBron James and all these sports teams or any of these media. They're gonna own them, but they don't want them to be independent. All right. Moving on, I believe. Not this one. Psalm chapter 33, verse 10. The Lord bringeth the Most High, the Most High bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Okay, so yes, the devices are contribute to putting Jake in continuing to forward the wickedness that they do. Okay, if for us being in the truth and knowing, we are able to nullify, or the Most High is able to nullify the effects on those that He's actually dealing with. Okay, and in addition to that, just in general, for some of us, we just avoid it completely. As I was attempting to name a few rappers that I know rap about that street life or whatever, but I could only definitively mention one. I don't listen to any of these other rappers. Like, I used to listen to Will Smith and whatnot, but like most of the rappers that I listen to don't really talk about that. I don't really listen to music on the regular. I only just have something playing like when I'm driving my car or whatever, driving a car. But yeah, aside from that, I really don't listen to music as much. But so if the Most High is dealing with you, he opens your eyes to see through the sorcery or the sorcery that they try to put on you. Okay, and this is let me show you how it is an example, because this commercial used to play when I was a child all the time. Okay, and a lot of the times we remember. Okay, the Empire. This thing, I remember the end jingle. The trying to get people to remember the jingle. I forgot who exactly taught me. Actually, I learned about it in college when I went. So they basically taught me. Get number one. If you want people to read something that you wrote, you have to get something that is a attention grabber. The first sentence has to be an attention grabber. Like, for example, did you know that there are 600 insects or whatever in your hair or something like that? Like that type of stuff you have to say. You have to say to grab someone's attention. And for this, I know the number by heart. If someone asked me this, I could literally tell them 800-588-2300 Empire today. Like that's in my head. It's stuck in my head because of how many times not only how many times I had to listen to it when I was watching TV as a child, but also the fact that it's a jingle that is intended to get to yeah, that's the second thing that I learned. It's just when they're throwing around ideas in like board meetings or whatever, for publicity, they try to do a jingle in order to make it easier for the consumer to recognize and say, okay, I want this, let me go get this or whatever, or make it easier and make contacting them, making the product appealing or whatever. That's the type of stuff I surprisingly learned at the thing. I forgot which class it was. The first thing I said, where the first sentence is attention grammar, that was like English or whatever. And then I forgot what I learned the second thing. I don't remember. I think I did take finance or whatever, but whatever. So yeah, I said 800-588-882-300 Empire today. It's an 7-second video. Let's listen.
800-588-2300 Empire today.
Like that's literally stuck in, and it has 3 million views. Okay, not that nostalgic moments, because it's they classify it as nostalgic because it's, yes, it reminds them of their childhood, but at the same time it's intended to be ingrained in people's head, in people's minds or whatever. This dude said, or this person, I don't know, whatever, I visited America once ever for a week in 2002. I was 7. I still have this jingle stuck in my head. Okay? This doesn't make any sense. But okay, well, yeah, basically that's a sorcery that they ingrained in lots of children at the time, as well as people in general. Okay, even now adults are coming back here from when they were children, you know, talking about this. All right. Now, next precept I want to talk about is Proverbs chapter 12 verse 2. A good man attaineth favor of the Most High, but a man of wicked devices will he condemn. Okay, so condemnation is coming to Esau Edom, as we already know from Obadiah. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and he shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Most High has spoken it. So Esau Edom is going to be extinct. There's going to be no more, and they're condemned. Okay, Esau Edom is condemned. All right, that's in addition to how he has these wicked devices. All right. Those wicked devices are very what's the word? Powerful. It doesn't have a very big impact. Okay, because even today, people are I once saw people were ridiculing Nicki Minaj for saying that she wants to do research and get what's the word? And be sure that this is what she wanted to do. But they're saying, oh yeah, Nicki Minaj is a scientist now. She can do research, and they were just ridiculing her for doing that, which is ironic because they want to act like, oh, everyone is pro-choice and all this stuff like that. But when now, okay, which is what they were doing with the poison. People are questioning things. When now people are saying, you know, I want to think twice before I do something. Then they want to ridicule them for it. All right. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." Okay, come out of her. Don't partake in the sins of Babylon. Nicki Minaj wasn't at the time, because I don't know right now. I don't really care. Nicki Minaj didn't want to partake in the poison. Okay, but they're trying to force it on not only just her, but everyone in general. And that's why they demonize anyone who says anything. That's why I'm calling it the poison right now. Because if I say anything else, then YouTube is going to freaking take the video down, copyright strike me. Okay? Even everyone, they even the government admitted that they spoke to social media platforms and said, okay, we're gonna need you to take down these stuff and whatever. Okay, so they actively are trying to censor people. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High YAHAWAH Hashem YAHAWASHI. Don't be ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, don't go listening to don't willingly go listen to what's it called, like rap music, or wanting to be like these these so-called jakes that are quote unquote good examples. Okay, because in actuality they're not. Okay, they're only showing you what they want to show you. Even that one movie about what's that one guy, not the Malcolm X, the other one. I should know him because I'm a Jake, but dang, I'm not Jake, I'm an Israelite. But what's that one guy, Malcolm X, and what is his name? What is his name? Dang. Oops. Quincy Jones. No. It was a movie. Is it Frederick Douglass? No. Oh well, whatever. I guess I forgot the name. I forgot the guy's name. That's kind of embarrassing, but oh well. That's unfortunate. But yeah, basically, isn't this his daughter or wife? No, it's not. The Black Panthers, okay. Black leader. Is this the guy that is this really him? Movie. Fred Hampton, I think. Oh no, wrong one. Fred Hampton. I'm pretty sure I remember. Yes, this is it. Fred Hampton. That was his name. Parents. Yep, it's Fred Hampton. So yeah, and I forgot what I was initially saying, but basically yeah, just as I hope this was edifying. Salakia, I got sidetracked at the end of it, but I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, YAHAWADAH. Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who taught me the truth through the Spirit. And with that, I want to say shalom.